Hey, welcome back to Waking the Mystic, where we celebrate who and what we are. Today's conversation touches on the topic of perceived limitations and how we are actually the creators of our own limitations. Now, I struggled with this for years with my daughter and her congenital birth defect and subsequent epilepsy. And I struggled with the idea that she was limited and disabled. In the eyes of the society, she is. But what I realized was she has a gift. And the gift is that she's allowed herself the ability to enter into great imaginative dimensions where she really is quite innocent and enjoys herself thoroughly. And so it was really my problem and not hers. But the conversation touches on how we come with certain, we'll call them disabilities, but they're actually opportunities to discover aspects of ourselves we wouldn't normally explore if we had come in another way. And each person that you consider to be limited it should be actually looked at again, and perhaps they should be cherished for how they decided to explore themselves this go around. Anyway, it's a topic that is big for me. I wrote a book about it. It was really the catalyst for my diving deeper into the meaning of all of this. But again, it's one person's perspective. Give it a listen. Let me know what you think. The idea that certain people have disabilities or limitations is perhaps illusory, for the perceived limitations may be precisely what is needed to what you term overcome them. To overcome them is not to make them disappear, but perhaps to see that they were never a limitation to begin with. A human body can be looked upon with a disability or limitation. Does it limit your freedom in any way? It can be perceived this way, or it can be looked upon as a device for exploring new dimensions of existence. Most of you are afraid of your own bodies. You live in a state of what if, and I must protect from this, and I must not eat this, and so on and so on. Are these not restrictions you place upon yourselves? The greatest gift you can give yourself is understanding that you have placed these limitations upon yourself by believing you are the body and at its mercy. Are you the body? Do you exist apart from it? Does life continue without it? The age-old questions that have plagued man for eternity. If these perceived limitations were not in place, would you have explored these topics? Would you have explored your own being to the depths that you have? You cannot know what another has chosen as their field of exploration, but to suggest they are limited is disrespectful. When the body is released, these ideas are seen as opportunities and how we have grown from and expanded our perspective. The stories we build around our perceived limitations are what limit us, not the actual condition. In every moment, you have the choice as to how you will approach a situation and how you wish to experience through your judgment of it. Do I grow or do I shrink in fear? Do I resent or do I appreciate the diverse collection of experience I am presented with? What do you know about yourself, your essence, your essential self. How would you know about yourself without the opportunity to experience yourself in infinite ways? How do you approach another in despair? What have you come here to learn? Consider the position of limitation and look with awe at the opportunities others have chosen for themselves to grow and understand themselves. Your responsibility to another is not to see limitation, but to see growth and love for the choices they have made. Look beyond the mask. How do you limit yourself by what appears on the surface? Understand your own role in the events of your life. Are they circumstantial or intentional? The gift of choice, the ability to perceive any situation in infinite ways, and then experience that choice, is why you have come.